I forgot to add myself into the stream on Facebook and stuff. This is me trying to be too clever. Welcome everybody to Monday Motivation. I'm Laura from Club Soda. You may not have met me before. You may be seeing this for the first time, but we're a mindful drinking movement and we do lots of things around helping you change your drinking habits. But also we do lots of work on trying to change pubs and bars habits as well, so that they are more mindful about how they treat all of their customers equally, because those of us not drinking today are not second-class customers, right? But I'm going to touch on that in a minute. So the Monday Motivation during October is mainly directing you to things that are part of the festival. And if you go to joinclubsoda.com/festival, you will find all sorts of stuff that's been happening already the last few weeks and stuff that is going to be happening over the next few weeks. So I'm just going to put that as a banner across the bottom of the Facebook that I'm doing at the minute. There we are. So there we are, joinclubsoda.com festival. So last few weeks we've had all sorts of expert Q&As. We've had all sorts of panels with great advice on getting started, how to exercise your willpower, how to make sure that you get through a month alcohol free. Last weekend, we had not only our Change Intensive course for those of you who need that extra bit of help, but we also had some really excellent panels. The first of which was dealing with keeping motivated. And we had an awesome panel of speakers who actually really helped me think through the subject, because I'm trying to keep motivated on a diet at the minute. Hasn't been going terribly well, I have to say. But I was reminded of some key pieces of advice from people like Harriet and also Mandy from Love Soda. No, it was Kate, not Mandy. I always do that. Shh, don't tell her I did that. And also Simon Chappell, is that I have to continually have a conversation with my inner critic, the one that always wants me to have the chocolate or eat the food, and say, is this getting me closer to or further away from my goal? If I have this donut now that looks amazing, is it taking me closer to or further away from my goal? What's the life that I want to lead that this is leading me towards? It's really helpful to do that because it's a very logical question, helps retrain your mind, really good at silencing that inner critic that always wants to make you do things when you were really hoping that you wouldn't. It's not easy, I have to say that. I desperately wanted a packet of crisps when I was at the Erasure concert last night. No other reason apart from crisps were available and alcohol-free drinks weren't. Bad O2. You know, the desire to put things in my mouth is very high at the moment. And that may be the same for you if you're currently in the middle of Sober October. And now it's getting to the bit where, you know, the first 2 weeks seemed quite easy, but now things are feeling a little bit harder. So do catch up on that motivation session from last week. If you go to joinclubsoda.com/festival, I found it truly inspiring, and it was a really good reminder from people that I respect and admire about the things that work. And despite the fact that we think we're all very special and unique, the truth is our brains work in mainly the same way. The other session we had yesterday was how to get the drink you want from pubs and bars and waiters and sommeliers. And for me, this is a little bit about that planning piece, making sure that you have what you need if you're going for a night out. And it's really disappointing when you get to a venue and there isn't the drink that you want there, or there's nothing for you to drink. So there's some basics around doing some forward planning and looking at menus, phoning up ahead. I do that all the time. You need to be a bit bolshy. I know that your inner self is going, social anxiety alert, social anxiety alert. But I want to give you the confidence that nobody's going to think badly of you if you phone up a venue and say, I'm coming tomorrow night and I'm not drinking. Tell them you're driving. Don't have to tell them anything else. Tell them you're pregnant if you have to, if you don't want to tell them anything else. And say, what is there for me to drink? And say, if they haven't got anything that you think is good, say, well, you haven't got anything that works for me. Would you mind if I brought my own? Would you mind if I pay you a little bit corkage if they pay, if they do a little bit of grumbling? You know, instead of paying for Coke, could I give you the money for the Coke but still bring my own alcohol-free drink? Give that a little go. The worst that can happen is they say no, and then you have to sneak something small in your bag, like a cordial instead. But do it, because this is your life, this is your health. You still want to enjoy your time. I remind venues all the time that I bring drinkers with me, but drinkers won't come to a venue that I don't want to go to anymore. And also that I spend as much money, I just happen to also spend it on starters and dessert and other things. So I know it feels hard and difficult, but you can have that conversation. And bartenders, right, are people just like you. Their job is to make sure you have a good time. And 99% of them are amazingly accommodating and wonderful. So the session yesterday, which had Camille and Alex and Hannah from Sabre Butterflies, shared their top tips for doing that. And again, watch it. It will give you the confidence to have those conversations. And changing your drinking is all about confidence and knowing that you have permission to ask these questions, which I think is really important. Knowing that we have gone there before you and we have done this, that we have asked those questions, we've had those conversations, we've seen how they go. All of those are possible for you. So what's happening this week in the festival? First of all, tomorrow evening, we'll be broadcasting an interview I did with Aquarius, which is a drug and alcohol service. Some of you may have looked at local drug and alcohol services in your local patch. This is mainly for UK, and not sure whether you should contact them. So what I wanted to do was to interview somebody who ran such a service, to ask the questions that you always ask me about. Why does it take so long to get an appointment? And what do they do when I get there? And are they going to talk to me like I'm an idiot and all of that sort of stuff? I asked all of those questions. So that's tomorrow evening. And on Wednesday evening on Instagram, which you can see live on Instagram. For those of you on Instagram, that's here. For those of you on Facebook, you can head over there to @Join Club Soda. We've got Danny from Lyres putting together an excellent alcohol-free cocktail. Then on Wednesday, it's the breathing space with Dru. This is something that we normally only offer to people on our courses, but it's free to everyone to attend during the festival. So go and give it a go and see what it's like to spend an hour with Dru each week as you're changing your drinking habits. And if you think it works for you, then join our course. Then we have a happy hour with Dru on Friday. On Saturday, we've got a Q&A with somebody I'm really excited about, which is Sharath Jivan. He's got a long and a lot of experience in the third sector and working with people who have social purpose as their motivation, about how you keep motivation going as an intrinsic motivation going as an individual. I speak to a lot of people for whom drinking, like it was for me, is part of dissatisfaction with their work life or the life that they have at the moment, and the things they want to change. Sharath's new book covers all of that. It goes from, the small bits about you and your motivation all the way through to how we change the world. I think it's going to be a fascinating conversation, and I really hope that you'll join us. Then on Saturday evening, we've got a session on how to navigate a boozy work culture. And if you are in Southend on Saturday, then there is a social event going to a gig with Sober Socials in Southend. They are going to see Taylor Delamondo in concert. So Southend Bods, go there. If you're around on Sunday, Morning Gloryville have got their first live Morning Gloryville in ages. So if you want to go in club, but without any alcohol, do look out Morning Gloryville. And then on Sunday, we've got a session on how to deal with drinking at home, because obviously most of us do that. And then our other awesome Q&A is this weekend with the wonderful Valerie Mason-John, who is a coach, an author, and also runs a podcast on Buddhism and recovery. So do come and join that. So lots of things that will help bolster you during this month. This is like all of the cotton wool that we have put together to help you change your drinking this month. And even if you are long in the tooth and have got quite a few alcohol-free years behind you like me, you will find something useful in them, I can guarantee you. It's been inspiring for me to hear other people talking, reminding me about the start of my journey, most importantly, reminding me of how far I've come, but also giving me tips to help maintain that. And whilst I don't ascribe to the, I'm just not drinking for today and I've got a disease model, what I do find is that sometimes I do still get triggered even 9.5 years on, and understanding how to deal with that has been a really important life skill for me. So that's it, guys. That's a run through on what I found inspiring last weekend, which includes, yes, you, Camille from La Maison Wellness, who continues to inspire me always, and what will be inspiring for you all in the week ahead. So do go to joinclubsoda.com/festival, and you can see all of the past stuff, and you can see everything that's coming up. So I hope to see you there, and looking forward to you being on Sunday's panel as well. So many exciting people. I'm so chuffed. All right, I will speak to you all soon, and I'm gonna